Hello everyone. In this video, we will be exploring Google BigQuery. So just to brief you about BigQuery, it is used for storing and querying massive data sets, which usually is a very time consuming and expensive job. So BigQ is a serverless, highly scalable cloud data warehouse that allows to query such kind of data by enabling super fast SQL queries, and it uses the processing power of Google's infrastructure. So you don't need to handle any kind of infrastructure in this. So we just need to move our data to BigQ, and then we can start running our queries on that, and we can start making sense of that data. So we can access BigQ using console, web UI, or a command line interface using a variety of client libraries such as Java, .NET, or Python. In this video, we'll be using a Python based command line tool called BigQ. We will use some public datasets available for everyone to use. So let's start then. So here we are at the home page of our console, and from this top right corner, we'll activate the Cloud Shell. So this will connect you to the command line of your Cloud Shell. So guys, Cloud Shell is a virtual machine that is loaded with development tools. It offers a persistent 5 GB home directory and runs on the Google Cloud itself. And it provides command line access to all the Google Cloud resources that we have. So as a general practice, we will just see on which project we are connected to. So here we are, my project one. So this is the project, looks good. So next up would be, we'll use this tool BQ. So this lets us run various commands through which we can access the data we have kept in the BigQuery tables. So just to give you a basic idea, BQ is as I told, BQ is a data warehouse, and in that we have data sets, and inside the data sets we can create different tables. So all these data sets would be linked to a particular project. So since I'm logged into my project, so all the data sets that I'll be creating would be part of this project, and all the tables that I'll be creating would be linked to one or other data set. So let's run this command bq show. Let's see what we get. Okay, so it has shown the name of our project, and currently we don't have any data set, but Google does provide some public data sets, and it is open for everyone to explore and run the queries on. So let's use those things then. So here the bq show, it is the same command, and then followed by, this is the project name of the public data, then this samples is the dataset name, followed by Shakespeare, which is the table name. So let's see what we get when we run this command. Okay, so we get the list of details about the table. So it has total these many rows, and it contains these many bytes of data. It was created on 14th March, and this is the schema of that table. So these are the fields along with the data type. So we also have the help keyword. So if we run this, we'll get all the keywords that we have for the BQ tool. You can just go through it and you can explore all these keywords. So let's run some queries then. So I've cleared the screen. We'll try to run a query on the same table. So guys, for running a query, we have two different modes. One is legacy mode and other is standard SQL mode. So the common queries that all of us run are basically related to standard SQL mode in BigQuery. To use that standard SQL mode, we have a flag called use legacy SQL. We'll set it as false, and then we can write our query. So let's do it. We'll write BQ query, and we'll set the flag as false. Use legacy SQL is equal to false, and then we'll write our query. Select star. We'll use the same table. I'll put a limit here, and let's run it. So here we have the 5 results. So this is how you run a simple query. Let's try running some other queries as well using some filters. So here we are trying to find a string called Huza in the word column. Let's see if we have any records like this. So we don't have anything like that. Okay, so fine, we'll run another query. Here in the word column, we are trying to find any value where it contains this resin string. Either it can be a complete word or it can be a part of that word inside that value. So let's see if we have any record like that. So see, we don't have any specific word called as resin, but we do have it as a substring in all these fields. So let's try running some other queries as well. Okay, we'll try taking the counts. How many records do we have in this table? We'll use the count function. Okay, so we have 164,000 records in this table. So guys, this was a table which was already there, and we just connected to that table and we tried querying and accessing the exploring the data inside that table. So let's now try creating our own table. So guys, this if you use this ls command along with the bq, it will list you the data sets that we have in our project, and make sure that your project is listed here. So whatever project you have opened your cloud shell in, that project would be listed here. So we don't have any data set right now in our project, that's why we didn't get any. So now let's do one thing. We will try listing the data sets inside the BigQuery public data project. So this is a different project. We'll try listing the data sets from this one. So see, we have a lot of data sets here, and so now we will create our own data set. We'll use the mk command, and we'll write the dataset name. So it says dataset baby names is created successfully. So now let's list the dataset. So now we have this dataset now. Right, we will download some files and we'll basically load those files into a table which will create inside this dataset. So I found this zip. I'll download this zip here. So it will take some time to download. So guys, you can load multiple files into a BigQuery table, or you can load a single file as well. Also, you can create an empty table and then load data into that table later on, or else you can load the data inside the table at the time of table creation itself. So let's see. Yes, we have this zip file. So we'll unzip it once. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we have a lot of files here. So we'll create a table for this. So wait, let me just, okay. So we will use this bq load command. Bq load, this is the dataset name, baby names, followed by names 2010. This is the table name that we are giving, and then we are giving the file name, that is year of birth 2010.txt. So this is the file from this one, this file that we have here. We'll load this file. So after the file name, we'll give the schema that we want to provide in our table. So we have three fields here, which is name, gender, and count. Okay, so let's execute this command. Okay, so now we will list the tables from this dataset, baby names. We should get our new table here. Yeah, so we have it names 2010. Okay, so now let's use the show command. So it should give us the details regarding this table, just like we did for the previous table from the public dataset, the Shakespeare table. Yeah, so this is the date that we have created this table on, the schema, total rows, the size of the table, and when this table expires. So we have around 2 months since this table will expire. We can disable the expiry date as well. So by default, it expires after 2 months. So now let's run some queries on this table. So here we are checking the records for the female ones. Yeah, so we get the top 5 records with the maximum counts for particular name. Now let's do it for the opposite gender. So guys, this is how we access BigQuery using command line. So in the next video, we'll try doing all these things using the web console, and we'll create a table there. We'll create data sets. We'll do other activities as well. So let's meet in the next video. And if you like this video, please press the like button. And if you have not subscribed the channel yet, please subscribe it. Thank you.